car, bus, train, plane, boat, or teleportation device? Alright, well, we can take teleportation device out of there. It's funny how the most fictional thing on planet Earth as a teleportation device can be so popular for for over a century. But then again, we have religion, and that's been popular for so many centuries. So how is teleportation device any surprise? At least teleportation device is incredibly fascinating and fucking entertaining, as opposed to fucking organized religion. Ladies and gentlemen, and oh yeah, it doesn't kill people either. This is Johnny K, and welcome to a brand new edition of the Midnight Podcast. And tonight we have this topic, and yeah, look, it's a tricky one. Yeah, look, I personally love to train it. I've trained it from Melbourne to Sydney. Took a good 10 plus hours, close to 11, because there's stops, a few stops in between, very short breaks. It's draining, but you know, going through the countryside, you know, on the train is just it's phenomenal. It's so good. You see so much stuff that you wouldn't normally see, and there's also a very popular train that goes to Adelaide. I've never been on that one. I've always wanted to go, but I haven't gone around to it. But I have been to Sydney on the train, and going anywhere else from Melbourne is pretty tough. It's tough getting to Brisbane, you know, pretty much impossible getting to Perth. You can go to Canberra with the train, you know, but what the fuck are you going to see in Canberra? Ladies and gentlemen, bus I also like. I've been with the bus to Adelaide, and it was nice. Yeah, it took around the same amount of time, around 10 hours. It feels like forever. It's yeah, it's tough. You've got to have a great deal of patience if you want to, you know, go to a different city on a bus or on a train. Plane is the way to go. Obviously, you're in Sydney in 40 minutes. You're in, you know, Brisbane in, you know, around an hour and a half. You know, you're in Perth in, you know, 3.5 hours. Definitely, when you're going by plane, is the quickest way. However, I mean, look, I have a fear of flying. The sheer irony, because I'm going to Greece in a month and a half. So, yeah, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs. I'm straight edge. So, even a Panadol, oh, they joke with me and they say, take a Valium. I cannot. So, it's going to be very interesting on my near 20-hour flight to Greece. Yeah, it's going to be a tough time for me, but it's the only way to get there. Boat, okay. Hey, I would love to catch a boat to Greece. You know, back in the day, they offered that service. It took you an entire month, 30 days. Hey, I would do it. I would spend a month on a boat to go to Greece. They no longer do that service. They stopped it a very, very long time ago, since they came out with aviation, of course. Bummer, because I would have taken a boat. You know, with a boat, okay, you can get a life jacket, and you don't even need to know how to swim. You can just be in the ocean, and people will save you like a couple hours later. With a plane, if it starts going down, you're fucked. So yeah, so I like my chances better on a boat, a gazillion times better on a boat. Train, you can face derailments. However, the chances of that happening are extraordinarily slim. We've had more news coverage on planes going down than train derailments. And train derailments, you can survive. There's a good chance you can survive. Okay, really good chance. Anything that's up in the sky, if you fall, unless you've got a parachute attached to you, you're fucked. It is as simple as that. And they say, the chances of you crashing in a plane is astronomically low. You have more, chance crashing, driving to the airport. I hate these so-called statistics, man, because they're so fucking calculatingly biased, because they don't mention the fact that the survival rate of being in a plane crash. They talk about the statistics on whether or not you would actually have one to begin with. Well, tell that to MH370, tell that to MH17, tell that to the German wings that fucking blew up into the fucking Alps. Say it to them. And there's so many others that are not even newsworthy, unfortunately. But there are a lot of plane crash, a lot of lives are taken. And it can be pretty comical to worry over, crashing in a plane and preventing yourself from seeing the world and, missing out on opportunities. God knows I've missed out on so many in America when it comes to, film and television, all because I'm scared to jump on a plane. All that changes in 2016, ladies and gentlemen. I am jumping on a plane, going to Greece to spend 2016, and in 2017, I'll be up in the States, and I'll also be going to Canada. I've got, cousins in Canada. I'll be going all over. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to New Zealand. I want to go to the UK. I want to go to all of these places. I don't really feel like going anywhere else, but you never know. But I definitely want to travel and go to all these places that I mentioned and just see life, see something else instead of Melbourne all the time. All I ever see is Melbourne and a couple other cities. But what the fuck? I have not been overseas since I was 9 years old. I haven't jumped on a plane to go overseas since I was 9. And look, it's going to be tough getting on that plane. It's not going to be easy, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Look, I can sit at home and go nowhere, okay, and be miserable. I might as well be dead. I realize that if I just stay at home and never leave my door, never go anywhere, I might as well be dead. I mean, I'm not physically dead, okay, but I'd be emotionally and mentally dead. So, whatever, man. What happens, happens. I could die crossing the street. I could die being in a cafe and being shot by a bullet from the outside in a fucking drug raid gone wrong by one of the criminals trying to escape. I watch too many movies. I can die in any sort of form or fashion. So to sit here and worry about jumping on a freaking plane. Yeah, you're laughing at this. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, my misery. Look, I'm just not going to worry. I could sit here and worry about dying on a plane, or I could just go out and live life. I've decided to live life. So, hey, look, apparently it's a common thing. There's a lot of people that are scared of flying. But it's also very common, for people to tell you that it's okay. And, there's actually places you can go where they help you with this. There's courses you can actually do. But I'm not that bad. Look, I can be on a plane even without popping a Valium or whatever the fuck they can offer you. I'm happy and very calm and collected on a plane. I've been on one interstate. Overseas is a different thing. It's a lot longer. Those long haul flights, they really drain you mentally and physically. And mentally and physically, I'd be fine. Look, I'd get on. I'm not going to shake the whole trip. I'm going to be fine. I literally, I'm worried on the inside, but you'd never see it on the outside. They say to me, "Oh, John, you're scared of flying." Actually, honestly, I'm not scared of flying. I'm scared of crashing. Okay, for being in the air, people are scared of heights. People are scared of being, stuck in a tube, and they feel as though they can't breathe. They don't know where to go. Stuck in such a small, place. I get none of that. I'm not claustrophobic. I'm not scared of heights. The idea of being up in the air, it doesn't bother me. It's crashing that bothers me. Obviously. So yeah, I just need to try and relax and just roll with the punches. That's all you can do. Car, I wouldn't drive anywhere with a car. Long distance. It drains the fuck out of you, man. Look, sometimes a road trip can be fun. You can take it in turns if you've got a carload. We've got a couple of cars and, you're following one another, several cars. Look, it could be fun. But, yeah, look, driving fucking 1,000 kilometers. Dude, some people do, 2,000 kilometers. I know people that drive in the one hit. They go straight from Melbourne to Queensland. I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like, I don't know how they do it. I couldn't drive. I couldn't drive. Bus. Yeah, look, I don't mind bus. I have taken a bus. Buses are nice, similar to train. Train is the best. I love the train. It's simple. You go to places like Japan. Their train services are 24 hours. They go all over that country, man. And in Europe, the Eurail can take you to so many countries over a fucking weekend. Oh my God. Melbourne, look, and Brisbane and Adelaide have done a lot better in the train service. Melbourne sucks balls. Okay. And normally, if you're a kinky motherfucker like me and you love having fun, a woman sucking your balls is fucking awesome. Oh my God, it's the best feeling in the world. A hot chick sucking your balls. But Melbourne's train service is like an ugly fucking skank with diseases sucking your balls. Okay? So Melbourne is horrible. Dude, we don't even have a train line to the airport. What the fuck, man? We don't even have a train line to the airport. It's 2016. Jesus fucking Christ, mate. Just don't even get me started. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. So, car, bus, train, plane, boat, or teleportation device. Teleportation device is cool in science fiction. Boat, I do love. Unfortunately, I'm unable to take it overseas. It's a new time, ladies and gentlemen. However, the Spirit of Tasmania, never been, would love to go on it. Plane, mixed feelings about it. You got to do what you got to do. Otherwise, I wouldn't have even, thought about jumping on a plane. I needed to get to America. My career's there. I needed to get to Greece. Family's there. Train, I love the train. One of my favorites. Ironically, when I was young, I was petrified of trains. And my mum and dad had to take me, with them because they had an appointment to go to. And they just grabbed me, one from one arm, another from the other, and they just flinged me into the train. That sounds kind of bad. They gently flinged me into the train. But, yeah, they needed to get me on that train. It was scary for me to get on the train. It really was. I don't know why. And I grew up loving, Thomas the Tank Engine, So I don't know. I don't know why I was scared of trains. But eventually I got on one. And ever since then, I've loved them. I've loved them so much. It's funny how sometimes stuff like that happens. The complete reverse effect. I wish that would happen with a lot of fucking things in life. I fucking hate planes. Cure me now. Someone, work your magic. But yeah. And yeah, car, nope. I wouldn't drive a long distance. I couldn't do it. It's not for me. Driving there I could do. Driving back, oh gosh. Driving there's one thing, driving back's another. I think a lot of people don't realize that, and it hits them. It hits them hard. They drive there, yeah, we're going on a road trip, yeah. They pull the window down, hey, put your feet up, yeah. A chick putting her feet up on the dashboard, barefoot, oh heaven. Even high heels, oh heaven. They get me started. I should do some fetish podcasts. I should. There's a market out there for it. Fucking hell, 50 Shades of Grey is mainstream now. Anyway, I'd love to let you know all my kinks. But yeah, you're driving there. Everything's hunky-dory. And when you have to come back after the weekend's over, it's like, Oh, yeah. Hey, and you know that happens. Dude, hey, everything I say is true. That's the beauty of me. I'm genuine and I say shit how it is. You know, I am a man of facts, okay? And that's all I speak on my podcast, each and every single podcast. Feel free to check them out at johnnyk.tv under Midnight Podcast. I've also got video gaming. I've also got classics, which I need to fill up a lot more of. I've got over 1,000 hours of that. And I am also putting up films and shows, independent films and shows, to help out, people along the way that want to make a name for themselves. And they can view that stuff on johnnyk.tv. So yeah, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to leave you to it. If anyone has any questions they would like to post, feel free to send them through, and I will select the best questions, and I will feature them on my podcast, and I'll answer them. So yeah, so car, bus, train, plane, boat, or teleportation device, I will say train. And plane to get to where you want to go, of course. Boat, I love. Bus, I really enjoy. Car, I don't like long. Honestly, out of all of them, car is probably the one I dislike. Out of all of them, to be honest. Car, I'm not a fan of driving very, very far. Bus, train, plane, boat, I love. Plane, on the fence with that one, but I do love it because it gets us where we want to go, but it is dangerous. People say it's not dangerous. It is dangerous flying. As long as people know that and take the risk, it is very dangerous flying. Like I said, they present the statistics in a way where the accident is extremely unlikely to even occur, but they don't present them like if you were to be in that predicament, what are your chances of surviving? And that's the one that really fucking has me, all fucking bothered and worried and just, really anxious about. And, honestly, flat out shit scared. Because, if they presented the statistics the proper way, people wouldn't buy airline tickets. So, airliners wouldn't make any money. So, look, I'm smart than most people, and I can see this shit, but most people can't. It's dangerous flying, but I'm willing to do it. I've got no choice. I can either stay at home and be dead inside, or go over there and, risk my life. But hey, it's life or death for me to get on film and television in America. And I really want to go and see my family. That's very important. And, I've got to make that journey. So, yeah. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I will leave you to it. And I'll be back for another Midnight Podcast just before I go to Greece. And then I'll be shooting them all year long in Greece. Up until Christmas. It'll be awesome. I'll do video. You'll be able to see all the islands and all the lovely places. I'm so looking forward to doing that. It'll be great. Alright, I'm going to leave you all to it. I'm live streaming this as well. And I've already got people commenting saying, it is the safest form of travel, Johnny, Let me explain something to you, okay? Because some people are asking about what do I mean with, the certain statistics they don't, present. They don't present the ones, like I said, where if you were to be in that predicament, your chances of actually surviving. You can be in a million predicaments on the road, and they state that, there's so many on the road. Most of them are non-fatal. Okay, you pull over to the side of the road, you get out, look what you've done. We exchange insurance information. What are you going to exchange when you're up in the sky and you're going down a gazillion miles an hour? What are you going to exchange? A fucking prayer? You're fucked. Alright, that's what I'm trying to say. In no uncertain terms. So if you guys want to still fucking troll me, go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Johnny K. Peace out.